Hello, I'm Mighty J Cosplay, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to turn from this to this. I start tracing my face using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil and shade all over gray and all around white. I use the white eyeliner next to the area that I will fill with yellow body paint because gray will be too dark and then can mix up with the yellow body paint and kinda look messy, so I prefer to use white in those areas. Since the look is very symmetrical with a lot of geometrical shapes, I trace one shape on one side and immediately trace its equivalent on the other half of my face. I try to avoid drawing too much on one half of my face in order to keep the symmetry a little bit more. I prime my lips with a thin layer of white lipstick in which I mix some black lipstick to get a gray color on my lips. I start filling the yellow parts on the top of my head using the Marin Paradise paint in yellow. For this type of makeup where there's a lot of line work and shapes of different colors that are next to each other, I prefer to start with the lightest color first. It will be easier for me in that case to start with yellow and cover some of it with blue body paint than trying to cover blue with yellow body paint. So I use the darkest color or the color that have the most coverage at the end. Then I start filling most of the blue parts on the top of my head using the Marin Paradise paint in sky blue. For these metal parts, I start filling them with the Marin Paradise paint in white, and then I will go over them with the Marin Paradise paint in silver in order to get a light silver color. Then for the rest on top, I use the Marin Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Gray. Then I outline them using the Marin Paradise paint in black in a detail brush. I also fill these two blue parts on the side with sky blue and dark blue Marin body paint. For that yellow part right next to them, I darken it using the Marin Paradise paint in mango and mixing it with the yellow one that I've put earlier. It doesn't show that much on camera on that angle, but it really helps to darken the area. For the nose, I start doing the cutting around it with the Marin Paradise paint in light blue, and then I fill the middle with sky blue. Then I outline some of the shapes I did earlier with the Marin Paradise paint in dark blue. Then I start filling some of the plates around my nose and mouth using the Marin Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Gray. Then I outline them using the black body paint. Then I fill pretty much the whole area around my mouth with the Marin Paradise paint in Storm Cloud Gray as well. In the middle near my mouth, I also mix in some Marin Paradise paint in silver just to give a subtle highlight in the middle of the piece. Then I also mixed in just a pinch of black to shade these two spots. Now I start filling most of the other plates on my face using the Marin Paradise paint in sky blue, and around my nose I'm deepening the shade using dark blue. To create the edge of the plate, I use light blue body paint, and then I outline it with some dark blue body paint that I slightly mix, just to create an edge and higher contrast. Then I just continue outlining other plates with black body paint. Then I repeat a similar process for the other blue plates on my face, so I generally start with the light blue body paint on the edge of it, then I fill the rest of the plate with the sky blue body paint, then I outline the plate and the edge using dark blue body paint. I just do that yellow spot that I forgot on my chin, then I continue repeating a similar process for the rest of the other blue plates on my face, mostly doing the edge of it with light blue, then filling the plate with sky blue and outlining them and slightly shading them with dark blue. Yeah, for instance, those plates next to my ears, I'm shading pretty much the half of it, the bottom half of it, with the dark blue body paint. For those plates right above my ears, I'm mostly just filling them with the sky blue body paint and outlining them with the dark blue one. Now I repeat a similar process but for the grey plates, so I'm filling them using the Mirror Paradise paint in Stormcloud Grey, and I'm doing the edge of the plates using the Mirror Paradise paint in silver, and I'm outlining all that with black. So I'm repeating the same process but with a different color palette. For these studs in the middle of the plates on the side of my face, I paint them with the Mirror Paradise paint in silver as well. While I'm there, I just outline the whole area that was left blank with black body paint, and I will fill it with black body paint later. For those plates right above my ears, I fill them with Stormcloud Grey and outline them with black. And I do pretty much the same with the area under my eyes. I fill it with Stormcloud Grey and outline it with black. As I said earlier, I filled that hole in the middle with black body paint. For the eyes, I start with a pupil using the blue from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I set it using a blue shimmery eyeshadow. Then I go around the pupils with a dark shimmery eyeshadow. Then I outline them using a black eyeshadow and a liner brush. I apply silver eyeliner on my waterlines, and then I fill the rest of the eye area using or the Mirror Paradise paint in Stormcloud Grey or the silver from the Makeup Forever Flash palette. Then I set all of that grey makeup with a dark silver eyeshadow, and I outline and shade the area with black eyeshadow and a liner brush. Then I set the yellow body paint with a yellow eyeshadow. On the side where I mixed in some mango body paint, I set it with a darker shade of yellow eyeshadow, and I'm doing the shading on the top of it with grey eyeshadow and a liner brush. I also add some highlight with a golden eyeshadow at the edges of the yellow plates. Then I continue setting all of the blue plates with a blue powdery eyeshadow. Then I use a darker shade of blue eyeshadow to shade at the bottom of some of the plates. For the edges of the plate that I filled with light blue body paint, I set them using a blue shimmery eyeshadow. Then right under the edges of the plates, I'm deepening the shade with the dark blue eyeshadow. Basically, I apply it with a liner brush, and then I take the liner brush and kind of slightly drag it down to create a very tight shading. My goal of doing that is to make the contrast a little bit bigger between the plate and the edge of the plate. Then for all the plates that I filled with the Mirror Paradise paint in Stormcloud Grey, I set them using a dark silver eyeshadow. Then I set all the places I filled with silver body paint with a light silver eyeshadow. Then I'm outlining some of the blue lines on the top of my head with a dark blue eyeshadow. Yet again, I'm deepening the shade right under the edge of the plates, but this time I do it on the silver plates using black eyeshadow instead. Then I'm deepening the shade and outlining some parts around my mouth using black eyeshadow as well. Then I'm just mostly re-outlining a lot of the metal plates using black eyeshadow and a liner brush. Then I add the lines in the middle of the plates using black eyeshadow and a liner brush. I waited to do it with eyeshadow to get a kind of more faded effect. I set these black parts using black eyeshadow, and then I had a little more highlight with a silver eyeliner at some places where I applied silver eyeshadow. And this this is the final result. So I did a cosplay SFX makeup of Banshee-44 from the video game Destiny. So I hope you really enjoyed the video. If so, please feel free to give a like and subscribe to the channel for more cosplay SFX makeup tips and tricks and cosplay SFX makeup tutorials. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye!